So I wanted to talk about my Game Boy Advance SP and my story with it. It's not very long, it's just a little story about it, and also show you my collection of games for it. After busting it out and looking at all these games, it just made me realize like how special this collection is to me in particular. And yeah, I'll explain why. Let's start the video. Hey, what's going on? I'm Jonnythegamer, and we're going to be talking about my story with the Game Boy Advance SP. I love these things. It's in pretty decent condition. I took pretty good care of it, except for one little thing, and that is where my story comes in. So, as a kid, I don't remember how old I was, but I grew up in Las Vegas, and obviously, if you don't know, it is super hot pretty much all year round. The winters are so mild. Anyway, the summer times are up in the hundreds, and I just remember getting home from wherever I was out doing whatever, and I got all my stuff, went inside, and I just remembered, oh no, I left my Game Boy on the dashboard. I forgot it, and this was on a sunny, not a cloud in the sky, just clear day, and I left it on the dashboard. So I was like, great, good job. And I don't remember exactly how long I left it out there for, but it was there for, I want to say, at least 2 hours. I'm gonna go with that, maybe longer. But the result of that was that it warped. You probably can't see it very well, but it warped the back where the battery goes in. It's got a little screw that keeps it shut, but it's all warped. I took out the battery. It's all warped and about to explode from the heat of the Vegas sun. So, man, yeah, that's just my little story about this. It's so sad. I used to have one of those little clear purple Game Boy Advance that I believe I got for Christmas, and I loved it. But I traded it in for this thing, and I didn't regret that at all. I thought it was a great little system, and I didn't regret it. I thought it did everything just as good as the one I had before it did. But yeah, I was just so stupid, and I left it on the dashboard, and it was like camouflage with the dashboard, so you can't, I just forgot to grab it, and sure enough, but anyway, luckily, this thing actually still works. It does not hold a charge whatsoever, and I'm not risking playing it with this. So luckily, you can plug in the AC power cord and still play it just off the AC adapter. So that's the good news. Also, I just want to mention that I can't get through a video without belching. I am sorry. Let's go ahead and show you my game collection for this thing, and like I said, I'll let you know why it's so special to me. I don't know what that was. I love the flippiness of this thing. It's like a cell phone. It's like back when, flip phones were the craze. That's why they based this thing off of that, maybe. I don't know, but I like it. Okay, so let's get into the game collection. So, starting off, we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. This one is so fun. You really wouldn't think, if you've never played it before, at least on this console, you might think really like that's gonna suck. But if you look at the library for the Game Boy Advance, there's so many like top-down skateboarding games. It must have been like a thing, and it just worked. So this game was no exception for sure. This was like the gold standard of skateboarding games, obviously, and I loved it. I played as Steve Caballero. He was my favorite. I just maxed out all his stats as much as I could, and several other of the skateboarders in this game I got really good stats on. I completed so much of this game. I was shocked when I went back in and played this again that just at the sheer amount of stuff that I got done, I was dedicated back then. So yeah, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. This one, unfortunately, is MIA. I don't know. I think this goes for a couple of these games in my collection. Some of them are just MIA. I have to hit up my sisters and see if they have them. They might have them. I have 3 sisters. 2 of them might have them. The other one, I know she doesn't have it, but 2 of them, I'm looking at you. I'm going to hit you up. You might have this. Yeah, I just remember when this movie came out, it was one of the best movies ever. Still is. It's still one of my favorites. And this game on the Game Boy did not do it justice at all. This one wasn't that special to me, to be perfectly honest. It wasn't I played a good amount of it. It wasn't terrible, but it was like this top-down, most of these games are like that, like a top-down bird's eye view. But yeah, not too bad. Bomberman Tournament. This one I haven't played in so long, so I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and like act like I know it, like I remember it very well. But I did put it in the other day, and I played a little bit of it, and it kind of surprised me that it was actually an RPG Bomberman game. It's very much of a RPG. It's top-down again. It looks kind of like a Zelda game, and especially the map. I'll make sure I give you guys some footage of the map, because the map just looks like a Zelda game, and when I put it in to play it, I was expecting to have a Bomberman game where you just have that grid-style gameplay. You're in kind of a little box with walls, you're kind of locked in, and you're just dropping bombs and stuff. But this was a pleasant surprise. I completely forgot it was like an RPG, and you have like this little kind of like Pikachu looking pet going around with you as well, so it makes me want to try it out again. I might be playing more of this in the near future. Oh man, this one, The Mummy Returns. This one's old school. Oh my gosh, I remember playing this way back in the day. This one's like a side scroller. It's not very long. I'm pretty sure I beat it. Oh man, just looking at the pictures on the back is such a nostalgia rush. It's crazy. Yeah, there's only 23 levels I can see here on the back. This one, yes, I almost thought it was MIA, but I did have this one. It was in the box, so that was good. It's not the best game, but I love The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. In my eyes, those are just canon. They could stand alone. I don't like any of the Scorpion King movies or the next Mummy movie that they made. Just The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. That's all, in my mind, that exists. So, yeah, nostalgia rush for sure. Maybe not the best game. I wouldn't recommend it. Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins. This one didn't really come from my childhood. I did play it. This one's for the Game Boy, not even the Game Boy Color. So this one's black and white, but don't let that discourage you. This is a fantastic game if you've never played it. The bosses on it are great. It is just an all-around solid Mario game. Unfortunately, this is one of those ones that's MIA, so hopefully I can track it down, and I would definitely recommend this one. Oops, I gotta be careful with these. I'm just like throwing these on the floor, dude. These are like vintage. Sorry. We have Lego Bionicle. I was so into the Bionicles as a kid. Are you kidding me? These things were like the like, I loved these things. I collected them. For some reason I got rid of my Bionicles and I kept my what were those called? Throwbots. If you remember Throwbots, those were where it all started. And then they started creating these Bionicles, and they were even cooler. So I had to get on this when I was a kid. And I'm surprised at how well I kept this box, the shape of it. This game, though, I played it. It's also kind of just meh. I couldn't really recommend it. It's not very great. That's all I can say. Like I said, I'm going to try to provide gameplay footage for you guys. I haven't played this one very vigorously. I played it briefly the other day, but it was just kind of annoying and hard. The difficulty was just like, why? Why is this so hard? I don't know. This one is awesome. This is a great game. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. That's an excellent game. If you haven't played it, it's similar to Super Mario RPG, I would say, maybe just with less characters. Mainly you're just going to be playing with Mario and Luigi, and it's just so good. You enter the battles and you're doing like real-time combat. It pauses. It is turn-based in a sense, but you do select your attack, and then you have to interact with the buttons to execute the attack, correctly to get the most damage. And you've got mushrooms to heal yourself and mushrooms to like revive yourself. There's tons of shrooms. It's a great Mario game, and yeah, I couldn't recommend this enough. But yeah, another thing I wanted to point out is just a lot of these games, the reason why this collection is so special to me is because when I went back to, just play them and see where I was at in the game since I left off in my childhood, I had like maxed out a lot of these games. Like that Tony Hawk game, so many stats, so many collectibles I had collected already, and this is no exception. This one, I was at Bowser's Castle when I turned it back on. I was like, okay, I was like committed, fully committed. I was like level 36. So tons of fun. Can't recommend it enough. All right, we've got Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DS. This one says it includes a new secret dungeon accessible only on the Game Boy Color. This one was my sister's game. This one wasn't even mine actually, so she probably still has this because this one is MIA. And yeah, you probably know Link's Awakening, so I don't have to talk too much about it, but hopefully I can I can give this back to her if she wants it. I'll see if she wants it. Here's to hoping she doesn't though. I hope I can keep it. All right, we have another classic Pokemon Red version. This is the one that I started off with for whatever reason, probably because it has Charizard on it. I just really liked the Red version the most as a kid. It's just amazing to me how these games just hold up, you know, and they keep making Pokemon game after Pokemon game. But this one was just always fun I would play this one in my Super Nintendo adapter. Did you ever have that? Let me know. It was like this cartridge for your Nintendo, Super Nintendo, where you could play your Game Boy games. You could just put them right in the cartridge and play them on your big screen. So this one is always, I just remember doing that a lot with the Pokemon game, just playing it on my TV through the Super Nintendo system, and it was just so much fun catching them all. I remember linking up with kids in my neighborhood to, you know, battle their Pikachus that were like level 80. They kicked my butt. I don't know how they got all their Pokemon at such a high level in such a short amount of time, but yeah, I don't know why. I always got my butt kicked in these games. Whenever I battled, I don't know, I just wasn't a great trainer, but I still had fun. So yeah, Pokemon Red. I keep looking inside the box, like hoping the game is there, but this is another one that's MIA for some reason. This one's really super nostalgic for me. Star Wars Episode 1, ObiWans Adventures. This is right when, you know, Episode 1 came out. I loved all the prequels as a kid, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, just had a ton of fun with this. I don't know what else to say about it. It's got 9 action-packed levels, and just going around flinging your lightsaber, just taking down droids and stuff. It was so much fun. I hope I find it. That's all I can say about that. And this one's kind of similar. I enjoyed that one so much that I got Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. So that one you could only play as Obi-Wan if I'm not mistaken. And this one, they introduced 2 new playable characters. You've got Qui-Gon Jinn and Mace Windu. And yeah, this was just one of my favorites growing up. Very, very nostalgic. This one wasn't really one of those ones where you would like check your stats. You just kind of start from the beginning. I think this one uses codes, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not even sure. I would just say for the graphics on this one, don't let them fool you. This is actually, I mean, they're terrible. They're horrible graphics, but it's a Game Boy game, and the gameplay is solid. It's fun. They're tight. The jumping is pretty, you know, the controls are just tight, and it's a lot of fun still. I was playing it the other day and I was like impressed at how not well the graphics hold up, but the gameplay is still fun. So I'm kind of saving the best games for last, and I've got Spyro Season of Ice here. This is definitely another one that I was absolutely shocked when I put it in my system and turned it on, only to see just 7,006, I think, of the little gems that you collect out of 7,000. So I had completely maxed out this game. I was nothing to do. I like loaded up my game and I'm like, all right, let's play some Spyro. And sure enough, I had just 100% completed this game, and that just like shocked me. I don't remember playing that much of this game, and that's why, again, it's just really nostalgic. Like, I remember the game, I just don't remember playing, like, completing it. Like, you'd think I'd remember that, but no, I just casually I got everything in this game, I'm done with it. So yeah, very, very cool game. I've got Pokemon Gold and Silver for the Game Boy Color. These boxes are so cool. They're like metallic, they're awesome. Mine was the silver version, my sister's was the gold version. She just didn't really care to have the box or in the game anymore, I don't think. I think she still has the cartridge though, because these are both MIA, which sucks. But yeah, 2 solid Game Boy Pokemon games. I just remember being blown away by having it in color, because, you know, the first one I had was the red version and that didn't have color, so I was happy when this one had color and new Pokemon. That was really exciting, and Lugia, I believe, is the guy on the front. It's just such a cool looking Pokemon. I think he looks way cooler than the gold version bird, if I'm being honest, which is why I liked the silver version better. But anyway, you probably know all about these. It's Pokemon games. What can I say? Oh man, this one fell down. I'll just mention this one real quick because this is probably my least favorite in my collection. And it's Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2. And it's just, I don't know, I did not like this as much as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This is kind of when I realized, yeah, I wasn't into BMX games for some reason. I don't know why. It plays pretty similar, but it just, no, wasn't as good as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. So sorry, Dave Mirra. I mean, I'm still glad to own it. It's kind of cool, but... Alright, are you still with me? If you're enjoying the video, please drop a like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Show me some love if you're having fun with this nostalgic Game Boy video. So next up, I'm going to do these two together as well, because they go together. Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Again, this was when I was gaming a lot with my sister, because mine was Ages and then she owned Seasons. This is actually technically her copy, but these are again both MIA. Why? I really have to hit her up and see if she has the cartridges, or maybe my other sister, like I said, she might have them, but it's very sad that these are just MIA and I have the boxes in like pretty much near mint condition. I kind of like how they did like the double copies. Like they're different games, they have different characters, and they have Lynx got like two different instruments that changes. One of them in the Ages, it changes the time. I believe it's that harp, and then in the Seasons you can change the seasons with this cool looking whatever that was, because I never played this because this was my sister's game. But yeah, very fun Zelda games. Game & Watch Gallery 3. This one is really fun. It's like a collection of like 5 little mini games, and I have really fond memories of this, just playing at my neighbor's house. You know when a game like gives you nostalgia and it's just like you remember certain things that were going on in your life? I just remember like climbing trees at my neighbor's house, and they had like an apricot tree, and like, oh man, those were so... I would just pick apricots, and like, I'm pretty sure I'd literally just chill in the tree and play this in while eating apricots in a tree. So just really fond memories. Just, it's a really simple game. Like I said, just 5 mini games that are just really addictive and really fun. And luckily I do have this one, so not all is lost. BanjoKazooie Gruntys Revenge. I was such a fan of BanjoKazooie on the N64. I never played Banjo-Tooie, but I've heard it's like just as good as the first game. And this one, again, was one of those ones where I played it the other day and I was like pleasantly surprised to see that my old game that I had saved was just 100% completed. I was like, wow, man, I went hard. That's why I said in the beginning of this video, I went hard. Like, I was not messing around when I played my Game Boy games, because, man, 100% completed. Every little collectible you could possibly hope to find, I had collected it. Just 100% completed. And it's just, there's something so satisfying about that. Like, I don't know, I've never been, like, such a stickler for, like, making sure everything... Like, I'm not a big completionist, but... Obviously, I liked this game enough to just, a lot of these games in my collection to just 100% them. So, yeah, that was just a pleasant little surprise. It was a good game, apparently. I don't remember it fully, but yeah, it was fun. Okay, the last game in my collection. Last but certainly not least, Mario Kart Super Circuit. If I'm not mistaken, this was the very first game that I got for my Game Boy Advance. It's such a classic. Love the look of this game, love how it plays. I still have this one, luckily. It's such a good, fun game. Yeah, I can't remember if I got my Game Boy Advance, that purple one that I mentioned earlier. I had a nice clear purple Game Boy Advance, but that's the system I had like growing up mainly, and then later on I traded it for this black SP. I think I got this game for Christmas, and just remember taking it to my relative's house, for Christmas, and just playing it with my cousin and just having a good time. It was classic, and it always gives me a nostalgia. So yeah, classic game, Mario Kart Super Circuit. Let me know how you liked my collection and my story about the Game Boy SP. Before we end the video, I want to show you what I carry my games in. I've got this like nice case. It's completely not practical because you unzip it and open it, and then like all the games, hey, they didn't fall out, but as you can see, they're not very secure in there. But also I wanted to just show you really quick what I keep these in. I'll give you a nice shot, a close-up, so you don't have to look at it from this angle. Oh, you can see also I have Pokemon Sapphire version in here. That one I don't have the box for. I'm actually really glad I opened this up and saw that. So, but yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick shot of what I store them in these totes adorbs little cases that I store them in from my childhood. They're all colorful, and they've you know, they work fantastic for protecting the games from dust and grime and all the stuff. Like, that's why so many of these labels look so brand new and shiny. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for listening to me just ramble on about my Game Boy. I appreciate you. Let me know how you liked it. Drop a comment. Drop something in the comment. It always makes my day when I see people commenting on my videos and enjoying, and that's part of why I started this channel, is just to talk about games and stuff. We're so close to hitting 900 subscribers. My goal is 1,000 subscribers. We are so close, so help me out if you can. If you enjoyed this video, let's get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. I would love to hit that milestone. I'll do something special for sure when I hit that milestone. I haven't decided yet, but I keep talking about it. So that being said though, I don't want to ramble on. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.